Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me well? All right, we're going to start the meeting. It's 10:06, the continuation of the evaluation of the RFP 2020-01, solid waste.
We have one person missing, but there's 3 out of the 4, so I think we need to do business anyway because I know our time's all valuable.
Correct.
Absolutely.
My recommendation after really digging through these closely is one, that they were all qualified firms in basic and in a basic respect. There was none of them that I saw, okay, there's no way this firm could do it. None of that happened. The problem I came up with was the price differential. Kept telling me that I think the way the bid was written forced the contractors to bid because it's a 5-year contract with no CPIs, and then basically they take their worst case scenario and divide it by 5 years. In essence, that's how I sense the economics of this bid. So I think it may be in the best interest of the village to possibly cancel this and terminate this bid and review the documents. And look for if they bring it back to the commission for their direction. If they agree to cancel the bid, then that's one path. If they agree not to cancel, if they direct not to cancel the bid, I'd be willing to come back and score. But my recommendation for tonight's meeting is that they throw it out and if they
start over.
And start it over. And I think from a business, I put my finance hat on and I looked at the cost differences between the current bid and just given the world free reign in terms of growth, the percentage increase that you're paying now to the fixed amount you would get for 5 years is over $100,000 a year change, and that's really significant impact. It's not 1 or 2% where the details that are good in this RFP, some of the customer service elements I think are positive and would be a benefit to the community. So yeah, with that, that's my personal take on it, that it might, before we score it and give the commission a ranking and let them fight over it, I think, but debate it.
Should stop now.
I think that's what we should do.
Okay, is there the recommendation for the other?
We're going to have some discussion.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was my feeling prior to having our first meeting, prior to the bids even being opened, that they should have been, based on the construction of the document, the things that are not clear in the document, things that are left out as being possibilities for abuse by the contractor in the future. It's certainly, at least there were things that were going to have to be dealt with in the contract and negotiated from a position of weakness.
Yeah, that's a good
okay. And then you have a document that into the future that's not, even then, the best that you can do in clarifying in a contract, you don't have clear. You don't have clear writing that will allow you to have a seamless and happy contract period. And absolutely, the $100,000 increase up front, which I think was on top of a 2 or 3% increase that we have already given a contractor to extend the contract. Yes, my personal opinion is that the commission should stop this process, discuss a continuation with Waste Pro for a period of time, allowing a new manager to come in, make a determination whether or not they can work with and change the document, the RFP as it exists. And if not, if professional assistance is called for by that manager, a professional company that knows this business inside and out, knows possibilities, knows pitfalls, should be brought in and get an excellent RFP document that we can go forward into the next 25 years of service with some kind of. Yeah, so that's, I'm in agreement with you, and I hope that, I just hope that the commission doesn't, A, go forward with it, and B, I am also willing to score it, okay? Done the work already, but I don't think that they should award a contract. I don't think they should try to negotiate situations in a contract, because they're coming from a position, poor position when they're doing that. That's where I'm coming from. I think they should get a professional help in the future to put together a great document and go out again. And I'm talking about possibly a 6 month, 7 month period of time from today that we should try to negotiate with Waste Pro. And I think we should, hold their feet to the fire a little bit, that they just got 3 increases and shouldn't get another one going forward, because their costs aren't going up exponentially over the next.
And I think that was my point also, is that you've closed that possibility if you go forward with this process. And if you cancel this process, you'll open that potential to have a more healthy dialogue with Waste Pro. So
Right.
I think from a business standpoint, this document puts the village in a disadvantage, and meaning the RFP. And that's my recommendation too. So Caesar, what are your thoughts?
I agree with both of you. Coming from the operational standpoint,
Right.
there's a lot of inconsistency of what's being provided, the services we are willing to get, because there's no clarification of what it is that we're asking for. So they are, based on what I was reading, all 3 of them are willing to provide some kind of level of service that we currently have, but they're not the same. They're not the same across the board. So it feels like they're guessing on what it is that
Which is a clear indication of an RFP that isn't clear enough to.
Hence
get what
the
you
number of questions. that
Yeah,
we
and just advice to the commission tonight, and I'll try to be on the call tonight for their meeting,
Thank you.
and I'm happy to give this on the record at the meeting. But basically, the concept of the technology in this was a great idea, but it wasn't specified, and none of them offered it. Like, that's an example,
What
offered it on the level it was requested. They offered it in the level that it existed in their company.
I would even, honestly, what technology you're talking about? What would we be talking about?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
A
There's no
direct customer
clarification.
technology versus a phone-in system.
Well,
That's the split.
but we have that. I mean, we have that now, and the other 2 companies also did that.
Yeah, but it was indirect. There were too many warm bodies in between in the process.
Correct.
To delay it and to confuse it. So in
Yeah,
fact, all 3 of them didn't meet the mark I was anticipating. So that's just me reading what we were looking for and what they provided. So that would be an example of something that would disqualify this bid by itself. Because I think that's the customer, like in a bid, you want either really, really tight economic benefit or really, really improved customer service.
Correct.
And operational capabilities of some kind. So if you're changing a contract to get one or both better, and you don't get it in your bid, you've wasted your time. So that's
Correct.
You didn't get the economic benefit I thought we were looking for. We would have wanted, and I don't see the customer service upgrade that we were looking for. So
And I would feel as if we're going right back to square one if we're not getting exactly what it is that we're trying to improve, that a lot of residents feel is.
I know how powerful of a persuader the chief is, but I don't think he's going to change all 3 of our minds.
That's a
Let
good
me
one.
just throw some additional, issues on the table. We have a score sheet that asks us to give 0 to 5 points for local experience. What constitutes better service,
Right.
better experience? Okay, that they have bigger customers, that they have more customers, that they have customers that are like our customers, that they service other customers the same way they service us. There was zero guidance.
Yeah, I think any one of these criteria could be broken apart and crafted more specifically, more accurately. And sometimes it's lessons learned. So if nobody has any other,
If we, you know, I mean, that's our consensus. I mean, is a motion in order to do that?
We don't need a motion, I just want to hear the consensus.
Yeah, yeah.
of the-
So
Okay.
what I'm hearing is a consensus is to advise the commission that this bid needs to be redone
Mhm.
and done. And we can get, I'm happy to give advice after reading it and living it. And I'm sure all three of us, and probably Chief as well.
Okay.
Yes.
If you can send something written before the meeting, so I can distribute with
Yeah, I
all
can
of
do
them,
Okay.
include Chief and.
I concur with
so the
that,
committee.
that opinion.
I mean, if you want to send an email today and you can just say, I dictated this to you and
Okay,
you heard what I think.
okay. All right,
I'll sign my name to it like this.
yep. And I'll,
'Cause I don't like to type on my phone.
That's
I'm in
fine.
the car all day.
That's fine.
But yeah, I don't mind if you paraphrase it.
All right, no, I'll write, and if you want to change anything, you just go ahead.
That's
and,
perfect.
you know. With that, everyone, I hope everyone heard what the panel decide. So can you hear anybody saying that you could hear well? Let me unmute some of them.
Well, this
I can, fine.
Okay.
It's not a forum, so
Yeah.
I'm not answering questions.
All right. So we're gonna adjourn. The panel is gonna write a recommendation to the commission. And we're gonna adjourn now. It's 10:18. Thank you very much and have a great day.